Corrie, no. Okay, absolutely. Let me turn you all the way down. Whoa, still too loud.
Happy Halloween.
Okay, here is, should I do a spooky intro music? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was ridiculous. So sorry for the people who ran off the side of the road.
You told me more energy.
More passion, more footwork. Welcome to the Halloween edition of the Sugar Cookie Marketing Baking It Down podcast with the twins.
There's a podcast on a twin who is planning to murder her twin.
Which one of us would murder the other?
Me, you. Except for I'm not buying.
Wait, you'd murder me?
Do you want my family?
Wait, I'm the one that ends up dead?
I don't know.
Between the two of us, which one would be the murderer and which one would be the murderee? I mean, you're the gonna kill me.
My wife?
No.
This is the podcast. If she takes
over
the life of the twin
no
sister.
Other information, drop off the podcast. Which one of us would kill the other first?
Like just with pure talent?
Yes. I don't know.
I've taken jujitsu for a while.
15 years ago, Corrie rolled around in a white suit once, and now I think she's got to go.
Oh.
So you're the one. I'll be the dead guy. And then you have to awkwardly, well, we know you're going to sing at my funeral, that's for sure.
Whatever song you want.
We have funeral plots next to each other.
I'm going to be cremated.
Really?
Don't waste a little.
Get closer to where you started, I guess.
You know what? Grow a tree in my honor. Don't take up 6x6 for this old gal.
I don't think you're 5 foot, so. Your feet are long enough that we'd have to have a couple.
Your feet are clown feet. Can I get the extra tall? Can I get the extra tall coffin, please? My sister's literally clowning about here.
Corrie's in a bad mood if you couldn't tell.
I wasn't in a bad mood.
Yes, you were. You came in and said, I'm so tired. I'm tired of being tired.
I really am just physically tired.
I
try to watch TV and I'm like, I can't keep my eyes open. Yeah, but I don't feel like at 8:30.
Go to bed, man. Hey, as an adult, you can set your own schedule. Don't worry, your kid's texting me all night.
I know. It is trick-or-treat night, so Arch says we're going to be up forever. The Grub Raper.
Isn't that what he went as for the last 5 years? Is it a new outfit?
We had an outfit change. Last year was the first year we were
not a Minecraft cube.
Yeah, so this year it will be 2 years.
Is Arch okay? I did trick or treating with Arch once, and if you were related to me and Corrie, we had trick or treated to the balmy age of 15.
We loved it.
Yeah, and we were out for as long as possible until we were called back in.
Last year it rained,
but Archer, that one time I went to Ashburn with you guys,
where he
tapped out like one neighborhood in.
No, he's not in it for the long.
We were eyeballs.
You see, we were hair.
Oh, I think he was a Minecraft cube.
Yeah, he thinks he knows what it's like. Me and Heather were like, we want to make sure every house has.
You don't get it. But Corrie and me and my sisters would all do. We'd go to the basement and then we'd start like partitioning it out.
Twizzlers goes with Twizzlers.
And then you'd start trading. Like, I have one of these, highest bidder. What do you got?
I
like, show me.
I'm willing to part with the Marie.
I'll throw this in the trash can for you.
I have a Tootsie Roll.
Somebody was phoning it up. And then you have the people who went all out and gave like toys and stuff.
I know. I honestly, as a parent, I didn't like this as a kid, but as a parent, if you give away the bag of goldfish, I do like it because it gets in the lunch for the rest of the week.
Absolute trash.
Pretzels,
for you people with the little,
fruit
for you
snacks.
folks who just raided your own pantries and thought that would cut it. This is for you.
I did go get full-size candy bars this year.
But if you're taking Archer out, who's doing a hand?
Because he tats early, we end up being in the home, and I hate when people knock and can be like, any more candy?
So what are you doing?
I got the full-size candy bar. So we'll go out trick-or-treating, come back, and then I can...
Is Nate going, or can he ration out?
Last year, he did not go because it was raining. He's not good at handing candy out.
One year, it's really a real basic
I got
thing.
mad at him because me and Arch came back from trick-or-treating, and then he started handing out Archer's trick-or-treating candy.
No, that's a cardinal sin. Absolutely not. That violates the laws of Halloween.
There's gross Twix in there for the children.
Twix are good.
After so many.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
really like Snickers, though.
Oh, Snickers. The
Snickers, you get a little crunch.
You get it, yeah.
Just a little caramel. Chocolate.
How much did the full-size candy bars that you buy?
It was $1 each, and they came in a pack of 18.
You only have 18 candy bars?
No, I bought 2 packs.
You only have 18 times 2 candy bars?
And then I got some Twix. Little Twix.
I was like,
candy.
you'd be one if you get full size, then they're going to send more kids towards you. I think you're running a risky click there, my friend.
But then I have gotten like little backup candy.
Oh, gross! I don't want to. I don't want to go to a full size candy bar house and get met with a Snickers
But it's
square.
my first time doing full size, so will the word get out?
I thought I could have sworn you did full size at your last name.
But this neighborhood doesn't know that I'm that way.
Risky click.
I
If
gotta
you
close
run
this 'cause
out,
I'm like burning up. Can you make that face?
you are high maintenance. Get the oscillating fan going.
Yeah, so happy Halloween, everybody. Welcome to the Bacon Down Podcast.
Before we get started, I want to say that we did a snack-a-lantern collab on Friday.
We did.
I was driving, so Corrie manned it. But then we were taking all the photos and turning them into a pumpkin patch, the Sugar Cookie Marketing Group pumpkin patch. I finished it today. It had to have been 200 pumpkins that I had to Photoshop the background out of and put them into a collage.
It's just enough of people's pumpkins that you can be like, is that the stem I made?
Yeah. It was took absolutely so long to do. And it is cute chaos.
Cute and chaotic.
So if you
That's
wanna-
why I made a blue pumpkin. My eyes went red.
Everyone is really attuned to their own pumps.
Yeah,
Eyes
because
on
I
the
feel
prize.
like when you go there, it's like looking at your kid in the choir.
Yeah.
Where's my child?
For some of you guys who are like, I forgot about this and I'm just going to post a random photo, bad on you, because that was difficult. But that's fun. If you want to see that chaotic collage, you can go to the Sugar Cookie Marketing page on Facebook, or if you're in the group, which 8,000 of you are not, because Corey won't let you in, you can find that as a pin post.
Pin post. And then you can grab that and share it with your audience, make them guess where your little pumpkin is.
Until they don't pick out the best, and you're like, oh, that's not mine.
Definitely not mine.
My little pumpkin's there with the side eye. But okay, Corey and my mom and my sisters went to a cake decorating class. None of them have experience in cake except for my mom, who made sure that everyone knew she is the best in all the land.
Listen,
I ducked out on this.
decorator now. I'm a caker.
You're a caker.
I'm a caker.
It was a really short, tiny cakes you guys made, and I was like, that'd be so much easier to photograph.
It was like my definition of like a smash cake, like where it's like just a little dude.
He's a little dude. He was a single tier.
No, he's 2 tiers.
2 tiers.
Well, does tier count as many?
I thought it was a smaller sizing, like the big bottom.
But there was 2 layers.
2 layers of a single tier cake.
Of
Cake people, please wait.
There was no dollies. What are those things?
Doll.
What are those?
Hold on, not dollop, not
It starts
dolly.
with a D.
Doyle, no.
No. Why is that word? It's on the tip
Okay,
of
I'm
my
gonna
tongue.
Google it.
A doll? Why does that?
Oh,
a
you're so
doll?
close. Thing that props cakes of. Crimpers. What are those? Come on, Corey. Come on,
a
Corey.
straw. I got it. The thing you put in cakes to hold them up.
Okay, that's a good one. What do we got?
How to stack a tiered cake. Why is that word so? Someone said
There's some
toothpick.
caker yelling at their.
Why does
There's
this
so many
sound like
tools
the
for
right
this.
the right word?
It is. You're so close to it. Person yelling at
A
you.
doll.
Oh, wait. A dowel.
Dowel. A dowry.
A dowel. The dowel, for those of you who don't cake, is the reason why you don't push someone's face into a cake.
Oh, thanks.
Saw that one on TikTok. Don't do that. But no dowels, 2 layers. I'm going to say, and the cake people can weigh in, you did a single tier. I think, to me,
Single
that
tier,
would be...
double layer, buttercream in the center.
And what was the scrapey technique called?
I think it was just we crumb coated, or was I coated with crumbs?
So it was a fun event, but Corrie, and this was pretty good, she said, hey, I've gotten some notes that I think I learned at this class that we can implement in our own cookie class.
So we have not been a student in so long.
Hard to be when you need to teach.
So we've been teaching classes for a long time, but you need to put yourself back in the saddle sometimes and take your class again.
Almost like a self-audit.
Yeah, self-audit to see what
can I improve on? What can I nix? What can I add?
I know. So it was fun to not be in
The responsible side of it.
I was on the back of the class.
So we made a list. All in all, though, you had a great time.
A blast. I think I could honestly, and I'm going to attempt it, make that cake again.
Oh, really?
I'm going to try.
I would like you to get into cakes.
I need a Fat Daddy's.
What is that?
Pan.
Is that what? Oh, did she have the cake bread already made? You got that?
She did have the bread already made.
Is it bread?
I think it's cake batter. Dough.
Okay, when it comes out of the oven, what do you call it? Cake body.
Cake.
Just cake. It's cake batter, and then when the batter bakes off, and then you just get cake. Okay, you said number 1, remind. So these are preemptive reminders before the class. I know we do this. It would probably be good for us to go and read what we're sending, but I write these up. Corrie doesn't. I like to include a recap of the time, place. I hyperlink the location so that they can go directly to Google Maps, assuming that people are probably just pulling this up the day of class.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I always like to do this. I have a Google Street View of the parking lot and a diagram of where to park, where to walk.
You have to just think, some people have anxiety when it comes to going to a new place. So you can't communicate too much with them because at the end of the day, they're going to search it. The thing with the class that I went to was she opened the second class because the first class became filled. Okay. But all it said was, if we can get enough people. So I wasn't sure if there was enough people.
Oh, so it should have been great to be a reminder to like, hey, the class is on.
We ended up having enough people to sign up. So
I like hearing. I know that we use Eventbrite, and Eventbrite does its automated. Close. It has its automated reminders, but I kind of like to send on top of those. So yeah, these people are getting a lot of emails from us, but one's from Eventbrite, which is pretty automated, and it just says just a reminder. Then there's the ones that I'm like, hey, my name's Corrie, even though this is Heather. And my name's Corrie, and we're here to remind you about this class if you have any questions, and then a reminder of the policies. And that's what I like to also always include, because I need everyone to know that the policies, which are also listed in the Eventbrite listing, are also in an email that they receive before the class started. Because it does involve how you cannot get a refund after class starts.
I will say that just because it was her first class, she didn't have policies on there. So I wonder what would happen if it was just 2 groups of people. So what if one group didn't show? Like it didn't say like you don't get your money back.
And so important to add that. So if you guys are wondering, no one reads the policies, but make sure you have them in multiple places so that people understand. And I really like to take a little bit more jovial conversational tone with it. I don't want to be like, if you don't show up, I will eat your cake.
24 hours.
I will eat your cake in front of you. But I like to say, hey guys, just a quick reminder, just, if you're feeling under the weather, please let me know ahead of time. That way we can find somebody else to fill your seat. So I do want them to feel like that I'm not a strict teacher, but I want them to know that, hey, these are the policies.
Yeah, because it can get sticky. So her minimum requirement was 6 people, and in our class, there was exactly 6 people. So if one of the group didn't show up, would she have continued it, or would it be canceled? Like that,
I would use that. Know. And she only knows how many tickets she sold. Eventbrite, you can choose whether or not you want people to see how many seats are left, which I would do. I would absolutely have that displayed. But she could have used that to be like, hey guys, we have 5 or 6 people. That means there's 4 seats left. And you guys can use that to kind of add more people to a class.
Yeah.
Which a lot of folks, I say it before and I'll say it again, never be afraid to cancel a class for low attendance. It just happens. Sometimes you just hit the calendar wrong or the promotional was off. But you can also use that, hey guys, I'll have to cancel unless you can bring your friend in. I know at one point, Corrie and I, when we have really last minute dropouts.
Friends.
What?
When we had friends.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We wouldn't be able to bring anyone to the class.
Sorry. What we have done is done a buy one, get one. So like, hey, we'd love to have this class get on if you can bring somebody else. As long as our costs are covered, plus even if the profit margin is just so little, we're able to get all the profit margin from the other tickets.
If you guys are just starting to teach classes, sometimes they won't sell out. That's totally normal. It doesn't mean you're some class failure. But what you can do is actually teach those classes that have a fewer number of people and use that as content creation.
Corrie likes to shove these classes absolutely full, but I almost find it a breath of fresh air when we get under attendance because we can.
Nah.
But so we seat 10. Like one time I think we had 6. It was like a weird class. And I was like, this is so much easier. Each person got 3. I got free students and you got free students. So remind. And then if you're under attendance, use it. I know that some folks are like, well, everyone else is going to see that this isn't a free, that they paid full price and now I'm discounting it. You tell them they can bring a friend at a discount and everybody wins. But Target doesn't care that it charged me full price last week.
It never cares that I missed the sale.
Never cared. Okay, number 2, you have start on time. If you can't start on time, create more space between classes for class setup and cleanup. And definitely if you have more than one class in a schedule and the prior class on time.
I will say one thing I hate that Heather does. It only gives us 30 minutes between classes.
I do not want to be
You
there.
have to assume that people will not leave or finish on time. They never do.
This last class that we taught, we had someone stay 25 minutes after.
Yeah.
2 people, so it's
Like,
kind of...
we're cleaning around their body.
And they were unfazed. And
Heather
they're
was
"Hey."
like vacuuming their feet.
Hey.
But that's what we ran into with this class. Was the first class was having a blasty blast and
blast
would
class.
not leave to let the second class in.
Right. So, and I don't prefer this. Time is money. So lengthening the time, if you're paying a fee per hour for your rental space, this eats into your profits. So some things that we've done when we really need to turn over is I turn the lights off. It's ridiculous, but for some reason it clears
Heather
a room.
does sometimes say at the beginning of class to set expectations. Hey, you guys, there's a second class after you
I've
guys.
got to kick you out. And it's not because I don't love you. It's because I love you the most.
Yeah.
And that kind of, so things that I also do to kind of scooch classes along is I'll say the time. Like, I know you guys thought this was going to feel like forever. We only have 15 minutes left. So we're going to hustle a little bit through this. And then what I'll do is I'll give Corrie this look and she knows I'm cutting off the last few steps.
So it's okay. Like in the cake class, there was a step of sprinkles. You could cut that out.
And
No one would know.
Is going to know. I think we've cut out a lot of the detail work, because if you subscribe to the Cookie Class Kits, you'll see that probably the last 4 slides are detail work.
Yeah.
And those, I always say, like, I'd cut those out if I can, if I want to, things like that.
It's to get people out on time, especially if you have classes after. You've got to adhere to your time, because Heather is right. Time is money. But also that next class they want their full.
They deserve to start
They
on
pay
time.
just as much as class number 1, so they want their full time.
If you're a sweaty gal like I am, the thought of someone waiting for their seat while somebody else is taking too long creates such an anxiety.
And that's why I say, give us more time.
I don't want to be there
between
forever. I get tired.
classes.
I'm hungry.
It is. I know, but so if you're just getting started in classes, or you don't like to move people along very fast, maybe create enough time that you can, 1, kick everyone out, 2, reset the classroom.
Would it be wild to set alarms on your phone to be like, oh, that is our 30 minutes left alarm. That is our 10 minutes.
I mean, you're
Let me
doing it
go.
as we go.
Oh, yeah, I love it. But if you have that anxiety, or if you get real focused as the teacher, let's say you don't have a twin that you duplicated and brought her in, you could let the phone be the fall guy and
That
say,
is
hey,
true.
the alarm, hey, guys, we got to pick it up a little bit. Why don't you finish on time? But if you don't, you can take this home and you'll get that PowerPoint.
You can take your icy bags with
Yeah.
you, details at home.
So you can do a lot of things to speed that up. There are people who just won't turn over, and you almost got to be a little bit direct, which I know is hard for people, myself included.
A lot of people love to bring out their phones to me and Heather and show me what cookies
So Corrie and
they
I
ordered
kind of
5
do
years
this
ago.
thing. When I see that there's a bit of a hostage situation going, I'll say, Corrie, I absolutely need you to grab something for
I'll
me.
be like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Email it to me.
Yeah, and that
Would
really
love
works,
to
because
see
you
it.
guys, and it seems very respectful to want to listen to people, which I appreciate. But if we got times of the essence classes, then we gotta hustle.
And I will say something that really does help class move along, and why we swear by it, is we do the step-by-step PowerPoint, because it moves class along. A lot of people get stuck on a certain step and start taking forever, and you get stragglers in class. Having the PowerPoint where you're like, all right, I'm seeing everyone finishing up their witch fingers. We're going to scooch on to the bat wings. It really helps give people like, okay, we're moving on. And you're pulling those last few stragglers that love to be in the details.
I can see when a class attendee has made up their mind that they will not be keeping up, and there's nothing I can do about it.
I know.
And those are the ones you cannot time, or you cannot wait for the slowest guy.
If
I'm sorry, I
you
gotta
time
leave
your
him.
class to the slowest guy,
You will be there.
the people that are keeping up are just going to be twiddling their thumbs while this person is literally decorating.
Right. The person who's turning the beginner class into a perfectionist, they're not the right one to be timing this after. So you got to kind of leave them behind.
Yeah.
We are leaving soldiers behind, and that would be the one. And then at the end, you can say, hey, I'm so sorry, but you'll get this PowerPoint, which is what we do, and you can do this at home. Take your
Yes.
icing bags with you. Okay, you have number 3, high energy and fresh face. Act like it's the first class of the day. This happens when you teach more than one class. Corrie and I have kind of
Or
scaled
if
down.
you've done 3 classes,
That's
that
hard.
3rd class.
You remember when we took the first cookie class back before we ever
Yes.
taught, and we were the 3rd class? This poor girl.
we were in the night. It was
She had
late.
done 3 classes. They were 2 hours each.
Yeah.
3 classes. We were the 3rd class. It was super late, and she was only by herself. And I almost feel like she had 15 or 16 people in there.
I think
it was a lot of
quite
people.
a few people.
And so you could tell that she's like, I got to get home and feed my family.
Yeah.
And it made us feel like, oh, we are.
It just felt like
last.
we are the last class.
Yeah.
Like this person is tired. Which
Right.
is,
It's
you're
a
going to be
humanity.
tired. But because they have paid you an oodle amount of kashish, you have got to, almost when we were selling cars back in the day, they said every client has to think that you just walked into work.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to be
at
like
the end of the day of car selling, walking out in that hot asphalt trying to sell a car?
Yeah.
You are tired. And you'd be like, do you want to buy it or not? No, they want to be
Yeah.
like, let's go check out all the amenities.
So it is high energy, and that is hard to maintain. Something that Corey and I have done is a little snacky in between classes. Corey sometimes will bake extra cookies, my favorite thing.
Yeah, if I
Not going
decorate
there.
in class, that will be our power snack.
Yeah, so a little cooler with your favorite Diet Coke in it just gives you a little bit more energy. And then you almost, sometimes Corey and I do this like, and it sounds weird, but we do, come on, happy hearts. Got to pull it, gotta pull it out.
Have a happy heart, smile on your face.
Yeah, make them feel super excited because they will feed off your energy a lot.
Another thing is if you're like, yeah, I'm really struggling for my energy here, having music playing in the background can take up a lot of that dead air.
But I'm going to, oh yeah, did you guys have music playing?
Only halfway through.
What happened?
It was almost like, because they were so rushed from the first class, they were just playing catch up to get to the second class.
Something that we found is don't play your favorite music, play a piano cover of popular tunes. And there's this one Spotify play, it's got a big flower on it.
Yeah.
But if you do piano covers, pop music or something that shows up, it just, one, everyone has heard these songs before. Two, it's quiet enough that it's peaceful, and it's trendy enough that it doesn't feel like you're listening to Beethoven.
At Christmas, though, we love Christmas jazz.
Corey likes her some Kenny G.
Yeah.
You have number 4. This one, and I know you suffer from. Do not let this go to your head. Imperfection is perfect. Introduce struggles so that the class can relate. So I'm not a good piper, but I'll have Corey demonstrate for them. But Corey just does it way too perfect. And I'm like, hey, come on, let's kind of struggle a little bit. So I have to be like, Corey, can we try that again? But introduce some issues, please.
Go on.
No. Skipping on.
So I will say, like, this cake lady, she's a cake decorator. Like, she must make a bazillion cakes each week. I don't know. But she's so good at it. But, like, I've never made a cake before. So to see her be so perfect at it the first time and then me try and
how are you going to extrapolate that and bring it to our classes?
I think I'm going to go a lot slower.
Great.
And talk them through it.
Love it.
And maybe drop my scribe on a cookie or two.
Yeah, just kind of show them. I want them to be able to see, like, a lot of times when we have new cookiers, which is every time almost, the overflow icing, they put too much icing on the cookie, it starts flowing over. They never know how to fix it. So I'll have to like wait until somebody makes a mistake and then we'll have to show them. So if you could introduce that.
I hate when it looks like I messed up.
Ridiculous. Yeah, in the middle of class, I'm teaching. So I move Corey's cookie aside and my little fingernail breaks the crust.
Yeah,
you would have thought it was a 5-year-old getting in trouble with my mom.
Listen, stop touching them. Everyone knows when you flood, you leave it and you let it crust. Heather has longer nails because she's not a baker. And she just loves to scooch them around in the middle of class.
A little
just scooch them at a
because they want to see, they're with bated breath watching what you did. Like, they're like, let me get my witch finger warts the same. So I had to pick up the cookie up and hold it for show and
tell.
tell.
Imagine picking up with Heather's little long nails. And
they're not.
Here you go.
Okay, one, they're not. Whatever, of course. With my little witch fingers, hold up the witch finger. We got bony creepy hands. I'm not trying to make them any longer. So imperfection, introduce it in your instruction because that's what people can relate to the most. If you're just like, hey, here's how you do it, that's not relatable, and it's also not instruction because it's so hard to get to.
I will say when I was getting my ring resized, she was like, I'm a great guesser at ring sizes. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, you're a 3.5. And I was like,
I know we're in the 5.
So she tried to stick it on me. Obviously did not go past the first knuckle. She's like, oh, you had me confused. You're a 5.5.
Yeah, I knew. We have chubby fingers, but I have a giant head. But I think you have a giant head too.
I do. But I think I have giant knuckles. And it's
from all that jujitsu.
I found that bad.
I need a bigger head. Number 5. And this is the one that Corey and I are going to implement moving forward. I bought a laminator. Have a PowerPoint or a piece of paper to see the steps. So we have the PowerPoint. Great. But the PowerPoint is behind some seats because of the way that the room is structured. So we're going to move it so that it's behind us so that we can move out of the way.
Yes.
But we're also going to print off the end photo. This is what I heard a bunch of people say. And then you said it would be nice to see what the end result looked like so I knew where we were headed.
Yeah. So a lot of people are like, what do the eyes look like?
Yeah.
Where does the little line go?
So we don't do that. And I see people kind of look puzzled from it.
Yeah.
And we're going to try that. I know people in the Cookie College that teach our classes do it. And we should have taken a lesson from them. But I do think it's an interesting idea. So what I ordered on Amazon is a laminator. But I also got those restaurant cards. Like if you go to a restaurant, they give you a number, like an old pizza parlor style thing that holds it up.
Oh.
Yeah, those little things. You tuck it in there. And we're going to put 3 of those with a small photo, the end photo, which we provide in the Cookie Class Kit, so it's not hard. Mm-hmm. But I think, and I agree, that it would make people's lives a bit easier.
We should have known that because one time we were in class and some lady had like my Instagram up on her phone. She's like, yeah, you had posted the set, so it's just easy for me to look at.
She did that. We were like, we will never implement this. We see your cry for help and we ignored it.
So it's hard to see something when someone says it, like, especially if you've done the design for the class, you know what's next. But if you're like, we're going to make some crazy bad eyes, like, but to know where the eyes are going.
Now, each step tells them where they're headed, but sometimes people want to see where the end of the race is.
Like sometimes I'll be like, let's do the lip of the cauldron. And like their lip is like at the top.
Absolutely. And I saw those cauldrons.
Yeah. I was like, your cauldron's going to have a lot of caldi, not so much run.
No run. So that would be nice. And that's what we're going to implement in our next class. I think our next class is Christmas. We're skipping Thanksgiving. But the Thanksgiving class was very cute. However, I think that'll be neat. So that'll be nice to take photos of. And it will also make the class look a little bit more.
And it will add a little to the decor.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay, and then we have number 6, have a designated drop zone, a place where people can leave their things. Now, we don't do this, and we should. It's almost like, of course, just leave your things wherever, but you have to almost say that because people are like, am I allowed to put this
when
wherever?
They're putting it wherever, they have literally put it in front of the TV.
Right, and that's our bad.
Yeah.
And you said at the cake class, Mom put her purse next to a buttercream.
Set your stuff wherever you want, but like, there's things that have buttercream on it. Like, I don't want to put it on your workstation because I don't know.
Right. So what would we say?
When you come in, hey, just so you know, if you have a jacket, we have hooks right at the front. If you have a purse, you can set them right back here. We're just lining them all up.
Okay.
I promise no one will take it except for me.
Okay, great. A little klepto over there. Number 7, have all supplies for classes before you start. Double up if you need extra pans and assume that you have no time. This was a big one when Corrie and I first got started. One Christmas 2 years ago, we were stupid. And we said, let's see, if we didn't say no to anybody, how many classes could we sell? And I think we did so many DIY kits. It was ridiculous. It was insane. This is also like COVID where everyone like settled in and was like, we're not having a Christmas party. And then we did 7 classes, all overfilled because Corrie got greedy. And what happened was we have these piping practice sheets. You know, I know in the Cookie Class Kits, we provide new ones for each class, but Corrie and I are cheap. We had already laminated these. I think we had like 10 because we had 10 seats.
Yeah.
And I had this bright idea that I'll just collect them and clean them up. But it takes 10 minutes to get that icing. Yeah. So what we ended up, I think now we have 50. Yeah. I went a little overboard because I had so much PTSD from trying to get those clean while people were coming in and coming out. So Corrie's point was, whatever you have it for each class. So I know that right now we have 10 pans that we use for, if we were doing a lot of classes, I'd probably switch that over. Instead, we line them with parchment so we can reuse them.
Yeah.
But like for the laminated piping practice sheets, we had to reprint those and get more because it was eating so much class time for setup. Corrie needed us to get the icing down, but I was still at the sink.
We were still cleaning the sink. So granted, we are working with Royal Icing, which has but we mixed our buttercream on Sunday's class, but she needed to clean those bowls out so we could mix the next color. It made it a lot of downtime cleaning those bowls.
Which time is money. Yeah. So we want to make sure that we have enough of everything, not to necessarily. So your scribes is a great one. So Corrie and I bought the cheapest ones on Amazon. I can't begin to describe to you.
Yeah, they're so cheap.
Yeah, so I have them and they're just ready to go. And I have a designated color for each class. They're all like highlighter handles. So I have the first class will do pink, the second class will do green, and then I'll clean them off after that.
And it's annoying to keep that kind of storage around. Yeah. I know, but if you can make more money by, having it like that.
Well, less stress.
It is less stress. And then you don't feel like
you and I are 2 people setting up. A lot of these people are doing it on their own. I couldn't imagine. Because sometimes like I can, talk to people who come too early or stay too long, and Corrie can manage setup and cleanup, or vice versa. But when you're the only guy, you'd almost have to operate off of
know that
doubles.
they're giving themselves more time between classes.
I don't want to be there for a long time. Here for a good time, not for a long time. Number 8, group photos versus single photos. So at the end, when we're wrapping up our class, I'll tell everyone, is it really a cake decorating show if you don't have to watch people move their decorated whatever's into a box? I'm going to come around once you get them in a box and take a photo. I know some people have a question. Do you ask permission? In the Eventbrite listing, it says, hey, there will be photography here. And then when I start class, I'll say, hey, check for your photos on Facebook. Once or twice in the history of teaching this class, I've had someone say, I'm just not interested in the photos. No big deal. Just move right along.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Right. They don't have to do anything they don't want to. But
if you want more exposure, take individual photos.
Yes.
That's what they will go. They'll snag it. They'll post it.
A lot more content to use, too.
Yeah, absolutely. So because she did have an assistant, but she didn't tell the assistant, like, go around and take photos. So at the end, she was like, oh, yeah, everyone squeezed in for one photo.
Which is one great photo. But imagine if so I come around and I take groups of photos of the people that showed up together.
Yeah.
So I'll say, you 3 get together, you 2, and then the singles will be like, let me get this. Oh, it looks fantastic. And then when I'm able to post, instead of just one group photo, which would be nice, and we don't do group photos, we should, but I'm able to post 5 to 10 single photos.
If you have like a spouse, older kid, or your best friend, have them come to class and be your content creator. They can film you while you're teaching. They can go around taking photos, especially if you're teaching and you're a one-man band. Have someone there. It's content that can help you sell the next class.
I agree. Things to keep in mind to really stretch this content is take photos of the class setup, take photos zoomed in.
Yeah.
Corrie and I do bring a DSLR camera, a little bit nicer than an iPhone. You could accomplish a lot of this with an iPhone. However, I will say there's a bit of a difference when you invest in a quality camera to really
But don't hold yourself back, because an iPhone, Heather's stuck in Android, so she doesn't know what like a non-fuzzy photo looks like.
I was taken when I was in the mountains driving, and I was like, wow, this scenery is amazing, right? So I'm like, well, let me grab my phone.
Did you take a picture of a tree?
No, I would have, but my Android is like, no. By the time I pass the tree, come on, man. Android, I would like to remember something that isn't my thumb. But yeah, I think an iPhone, the newer iPhones will be phenomenal. I do say, and I'm going to say, if you want to invest anywhere, I think a nicer camera to take even photos of your bakes and take it to your class is a very nice investment.
Yeah, but definitely use that content, because if you want to sell out in the future, you don't want to have to constantly recreate the wheel. So if you can, use the class. One thing I love that she did, of course, I'll never do it because I am not lazy. She let people vote on 3 different cake designs.
That's nice.
That you could, and the winner was chosen for the classes.
Well, then she must just be talented.
Yeah, but like one was a zombie, one was Frankenstein, one was a candy
Because I think, though, and props to her for this, the only difference of those 3 is really the color of the buttercream. The colors,
yeah.
So but with cookies, with these sets, it's a little bit more.
But if you wear a planner, a header,
yeah,
and you had some time in your hand.
Well, okay, if you had the Cookie Class Kids membership, you just take those 3 final photos and say, what does everybody want to do?
I mean, September's was like the corn and the sunflower. Like that could be used
for fall favorites. You could Thanksgiving, and you could do, Halloween's a little specific.
Yeah.
But I know for Cookie Class Kids, next year you're doing some more broad things like football, snowmen, stuff like that. So technically, for January, we had the winter warm.
Yeah, so then you could do January against January.
Yeah.
Which will be options. A snowman. A build your own snowman. Against the fall against the January clothing.
And then, yeah, that'll be good. So there's some options there.
Yeah. Or you can design 2 and let them choose.
That is a lot of work.
Yeah, but she did the 3 cakes.
Yeah,
so I was like, that was super cute. And everyone was voting in the comments. And it really got her name out there.
Smart. You have number 9. This is the last one. Follow up and ask for reviews. So Corrie and I do send a follow-up email. I don't like how I put the review ask so low. I hardly get reviews. But the more that I'm in class and I ask for reviews, we get a better result from that. Yeah. However, in my follow-up email, it's a link to everything we talked about in class, along with a link to that PowerPoint. And this is what you said. You like that we give them a recipe.
Yeah. So she was like, oh, you can find any recipe online. Totally understandable. But you have half the class that's there just for fun, but half the class that could be there for learning.
Yeah.
Which was technically just me. So I was like, is this American buttercream? And she's like, oh, you can find it online. But like, I'm like, how do I make this cake?
And I see people's eyes light up when we're like, hey, the exact recipes we use to bake what's in front of you, to royal icing what's in front of you is what you're going to get in this email so you can do it as soon as you get home.
And I know a bunch of bakers like, I don't want to give my secret sauce recipe away. At the end of the day, no one's really going to make this. I've not grown my competition.
No. I was saying to somebody, I think we've taught hundreds and hundreds of people, but only one person sells.
Right.
One. We must be terrible teachers.
So at the end of the day, was I like, am I losing something giving away my recipe? It felt a little hard at the beginning, but then I realized, no.
Then you just started using the Bakety Bake
For
recipe.
the longest time, Heather forgot to put what degree of the oven you should bake the cookies at. That's how I knew no one was making
I had made this entire PDF out of some email Corrie had sent me when we first threw this all together. And then one day, like after months and months of us teaching and emailing this recipe, someone's like, I can't find where the oven setting is. That means all of those people had never used a recipe.
I had forgotten that part.
So we did fix it. 350. Convection. Is it convection? No, not convection. But yeah, so if you're worried like they're going to steal it, one, maybe find a more simple recipe to bake their stuff anyways, if you're so worried about that, and then give them that recipe. Like just make the class match the recipe.
Yeah.
That you're willing to give before you murder somebody for finding out your butter and egg concoction.
Listen, the secret ingredient
One
is
large.
love. You can't give that away. But yeah, follow up would have been good because one, you can ask for the reviews. Two, you can send them to your Facebook page, your Eventbrite listing, and be like, follow along for the next classes so you don't have to market so much.
I'm saying a lot of the classes we teach, we had somebody show up this last class that was from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, yeah, we wanted to come back and just found the time. So a lot of people will come back. You had one of your customs clients send her friends. We had those people, this group of 3 from 3 years ago. We had Joe and her friend who come to all these classes. So a lot of our classes are repeat people. So that's just low-hanging fruit.
So if you can send that follow-up email, and the reason why we say include the recipe in there, it gets people to open it. They feel like they're getting something. So they'll open it, maybe leave you a review, definitely go and search their photos.
I say your photos are on Facebook. Click here to find them.
So then they're going to follow along and it'll help you.
Really, that last follow-up email is the sales pitch for the next class. And I can't. And imagine attaching the photo of what the next set's going to be.
Yeah. Oh, then just money in the bank.
I'm super lazy, and I schedule out all these emails, the pre-follow-up and the post-follow-up, the Monday before we even head to class, so I don't have to do it later.
I will say, if you're in the cookie class kits, we always release the set a month early before, so if you're... So
let's say tomorrow, December will drop.
Yeah,
the
so
Christmas
imagine
class.
if you haven't even taught your Thanksgiving classes, but you'll already have your Christmas photo ready.
Our goal with that was that it gave people at least a month runtime, a goal 6-week runtime, but you'll have plenty of time to fill these classes. So
that's why we also like to show it on the PowerPoint, because we can actually post the picture up and be like, oh, if you love this class, here's what we will be designing for the next class. So you're really making your marketing dollars stretch a lot more.
Now that we've done cookie class kits for a year, that means there's 12 classes. As of tomorrow, there'll be 12 classes. So if you signed up today, you get all 12 classes for one payment of $60.
This is the only time it will be this cheap.
Yes.
You will get all 12 classes for just $63. At the end of the year,
they all archive.
And you can only buy them separately.
Or join the Cookie College membership, which is more expensive, and you can get them there. But here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm saying. Sign up today, get the 12 as of tomorrow when I drop it. Save them all, and then post your classes for 2024 right now.
Yeah.
Just schedule them out. We do Saturdays at 11 a.m. We find that most people sign up for those. So you can just pick. So here's the thing. Corrie and I will set up our calendar for the year before January. Then we're not selling out of these classes right off the bat. So as we decide maybe we don't want to do that weekend or something came up, we just shuffle them around.
But they do, December has been filled for an ungodly long time.
Yeah.
We have people begging in the last class to be a part.
That one always, that's what we say, that license to print money is in December.
And you'll have actually, what are you releasing? What did you work on last week?
Oh, we sold one of it already. I haven't even marketed it yet.
Heard about.
I'm working on it. What we wanted to do. So sometimes the Cookie College is a lot. It's a lot of information. It's a lot of involvement. And people are like, whoa, the Cookie Class Kits is also a membership. They're both memberships being recurring.
Cookie Class Kits is like, here's everything you need to teach a class.
Right. Well, unfortunately, that's the name of the product I'm about to tell. So
okay, hold on. Right. How would I describe Cookie Class?
Is the materials you need to teach.
Is the materials you need.
So we created a hybrid of everything you need to teach a cookie class and the materials just for Christmas. So if you were like, I'm dipping my toe in, I only want one class, I only want one payment, I don't want a membership, you can sign up for this. It's cheaper than the college. It's more expensive than the kids because it includes instructional, it ended up to be over 2 hours of content because we included a class we recorded. So you get to watch us teach a class. You get to watch me tell you what the kits includes, how to use it, what we do, and how to implement it to sell classes. And then I do an Eventbrite setup. And
so it is the Christmas classes in there is included with how to teach a cookie class. So if you wanted to, 'tis the season to sign up today.
I think it's teachacookieclass.com.
Teachacookieclass.com. Yep. You could sign up today. Go through the little course. Find your venue. Teach your Christmas cookie class. You can make a bundle.
Include the venue swipe file because I really wanted this to be value added.
So explain what the venue swipe file is.
A lot of people say, well, the first step in teaching a cookie class, I believe, is finding the venue so people know where they're buying and driving to. So to find the venue, you got to solicit venues.
I will say, no one likes rejection. But what if we write the copy
and we get rejected for you? You just fill in the highlighted areas with your personal information. It's mostly written out for you, but it's written in terms of how a business would like to be solicited to versus I need your room. I'm trying to sell, make money. Yeah. If you want to say like, hey, I'm bringing you foot traffic. I can market you. I can bring my audience to you guys.
So how many different venues do we have in there?
5. A cafe, winery, brewery, shared workspace, and I think a remodeling showroom, which is where we actually host ours. And I mentioned that in the class. I also included our class script. I know this one teach a cookie class is super easy, but what do you say?
Yeah. Like
we have the PowerPoint, but what do you say?
Me and Heather haven't memorized. We've said it so much.
Yeah. But the class I recorded, we've included the script that we wrote up, and Corrie and I went through it time and time again to practice. So you can kind of just read it through, and I would almost recommend print that out, read through it while you're pretending to teach this class.
Yeah, for the first couple classes, we
had that piece of paper.
Flip those little pieces of paper as he's going.
It really helped us create kind of a system that now we've pivoted
a flow to class. Yeah. You're not going to... That class will last you an hour and a half, and that's how long our classes are. It'll keep you going and flowing, so you don't get the awkward silence or like, what's next? Like, oh, we ran out of time, or we got too much time at the end. Yeah. And I tell you in this little retaught lesson that we cut out the last few slides. So I always preview what the PowerPoint looks like and say, hey, here's where I'm going to draw the line if we need to cut class off. So that's teachacookieclass.com. It's $72. You get those swipe files, you get the script, you get the instructional lesson of 2 hours, and then you get the Christmas class kit. You can sign up for that today. Post that in the group today.
Yes, Mom.
Thank you, honey bunny.
Honey bunch of votes. So that is that. That takes us through that. So let's recap it one more time.
Okay.
You have remind. Number 2, start on time, end on time. Number 3, high energy, fresh face, bright eye, bushy tail. Number 4, imperfection is perfect. Number 5, have a PowerPoint or a piece of paper to reference. Number 6, have a designated drop zone for their things. Number 7, have all the supplies for classes ready before you start. Number 8, group photos and single photos. And number 9, follow up and ask for reviews.
Yes.
So all in all, net positive. One, you learned how to make a cake.
Class was fun. Summer, my little sister got super into it. She
literally said one, she was going to cancel her Instagram, and now I got a whole walkthrough of the class.
She literally said her cake was better than mine.
Well, was she a dogged on herself in the
It was
real?
so fun. No, she was dogging on Ashley, not hers.
Oh, she mentioned that my sister's was ugly and it came back.
That she was talking. At the end, the teacher let you do like a fancy border, and she's like, "Here's a fancy border, or you can do an easy border." So Mom and Ash did an easy border, and me and Sam did the fancy.
That little turny guy?
Yeah, Summer was like, "Made so much better than yours." I was like,
but then her eyes, she said it looked like a bug at the end. Why did people have different eyes?
You could make them however you wanted to.
Oh.
But what she wanted you to do, because we were working with fondant,
you
had to cut it. So you used the same cutter, which I thought was brilliant, for the eyes. And one you rolled out just a little bit, so it was bigger. But Summer missed that part and didn't roll out, so there was just white. It was just a big old eye.
How much did the tickets cost? 90?
They were $95 each.
95?
Yes.
Wow.
I feel like we went through so much butter.
Over it?
Buttercream.
Well, you made the icing?
She made the icing and added the colors to it. We just piped it on.
So why did you go through so much butter?
I just feel like there was so much butter in that class to go with everyone's buttercream.
So do you think the price is fair? I feel like it is. I think
yes.
The class that's taught at Fran's is in the hundreds, like 115 or 120.
This one today was 115 on discount for 95, but it was only her second class, so I don't know if it was just like a...
Could there have been... How many people were there?
Only 6 for our class.
How many people could have been there?
It didn't say, but I don't think 10 people could fit in.
Okay, so she got enough capacity.
Yeah, so I mean, we were running out of room. I thought 6 was good. If 10 was there, I'd be like.
How did she market it? Where did you find it?
I follow her page. So I just
she posted it to the Facebook page. She posted it as a post or an event?
Just a post.
Interesting. I would have posted it as an event and a post and then tagged both.
I know. So
and I would have done Eventbrite. I know you guys think I'm insane for paying that fee, but
just so you know, like people are like, I never got any signups. It just so happened to be in my feed.
So keep in mind, it just so happened. That means the algorithm did it. It just happened to hit. So that's why when you feel like you're posting too much, it's not enough.
Yeah, because I didn't even know she taught classes. Right. I would have signed up for the first class because I hate doing anything at night.
So remember the content buckets. Even if you feel like that's why I like the content bucket strategy, because you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back again, remind them I do this, this is coming, here's a pre-sale, here's a class.
Right. So there's not enough that you can post about it, because I was like, oh, I didn't even know it's
marketing. Assume no one knows you. Just assume that no one's ever heard of it and they'll never hear of it again.
That's why when you rely just on your page followers, only a percentage of those people that actually follow you see your post. So you can't be like, oh, I never sell out, so I'm quitting classes. No, only a portion of your people are seeing that.
Yeah.
And only a portion of those people are wanting to do something like go and take a class.
Right. You got to really find. Again, remember, the people who order customs from you are not typically the people going to show up to class. So you need the custom people to refer friends.
One thing she did do that I forgot to add to the list, but I really liked. She is a bakery. She has a storefront, so you can actually come and you could order a cake, and that's custom made, or you can come and get cupcakes. They make them daily. Nice. She gave everyone 2 cupcakes on their way out.
That is nice.
Yeah, so it was all different kinds of flavors.
That is nice.
So to kind of upsell you,
because also they probably needed to go for the rest of the day. Like
they did.
She was not at a loss, but instead, so that's something Corrie did. It wasn't as polished, but Corrie had all these cookie cutters she doesn't need, and gave them to everybody at class, and they were like acted like it was liquid gold. Like they were like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
If you're teaching a cookie class, make them a cookie from the next class set.
That was a nice one. So Corrie pre-bakes all the cookies for the cookie class kids, which was easy to give them one. That was good. I think it's good to audit your class. It's hard to audit your own class. What you can do, kind of weird, but you can record yourself. It'll be like watching paint dry, listening to yourself
Or bring your twin sister, your friend, your family, and have them take the class and be like, I just want
write the notes. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go easy on me.
But remember, the auditing process starts long before class. How do people find you? How is your sign-up form? I was helping somebody in the college, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of questions to be able to give you my money.
Yeah.
We almost want there to be very few questions to give me my money, and then you can ask them now that their money is held hostage.
Mm-hmm. But I really enjoyed taking the class. I feel like I could make a little 1-tiered cake with no dowels again.
Dowels.
I'm going to try. Summer's acting like it's her new hobby now.
Let her have it.
She has them all.
She's going to quit in a minute.
She will.
You should do some on Saturday.
Huh?
Bake some on Saturday.
I was going to do one for our birthday.
Okay.
I thought a little turkey.
Love it.
Turkey face.
Are we biting off more than we can do?
You know how like chocolate.
Maybe we should just get a cake out the gate.
Chocolate, you know how you pull the spoon and it hardens that way?
Yeah.
Put those little different color ones in the back of my cake.
I'm in. I will eat him.
And a little fondant. No.
Is this fondant hard to make?
Oh,
can you buy it pre-made?
You can buy it pre-made. I think hers, I don't know if she made it. I think she had bought it. But you have to add, like, I want to say cellulose, tylose to it, and it makes it not so sticky, and it lets it harden faster. Things I learned. Cornstarch makes it not stick so much.
Is it sticky?
So sticky. Like Play-Doh almost. Ashley I don't know what she did in hers, but hers started sticking to everything. So the lady had to pull her aside and help her. Ashley was struggling the entire class.
Like when a teacher, can you guys let Ash out the hook, man? You're both talking.
I was like, wow, how, like, the lady was like, you don't want any holes in your buttercream. I'm like, actually, you have a gap.
Hey, it's
a gap.
What was I going to say? Oh, does fondant not taste good? I've heard rumor.
You can make your own. It's actually very easy to make.
Oh, really?
Marshmallow fondant.
And that tastes better?
It supposedly, yes.
Do people not like the taste of it? That's what I've seen the bakers talk about.
Yes. It does not taste like buttercream. It's like a little chewy sometimes.
Chewy.
Little chewy.
Chewy frosting.
But I think if you just use it for details,
right. But that's how they make those crazy cakes. Like, is it cake or is it real? That's all fondant, isn't it?
I don't. Yes.
There's no way it's buttercream. Absolutely. I can't. It looks like I saw this person and there was a bar of soap on the tile floor and they're like, is it cake or is it real? So he takes a knife to it, but the tile floor was cake. These guys do everything.
One thing was fun in class that I thought was good. We obviously couldn't do it, but if you were doing cake classes, she let us use our, how it had that fancy border?
Yeah.
She let us have buttercream in there, and she said, okay, practice.
Okay.
And then so we practiced, and I was like, wow, that was a lot of buttercream. And she's like, okay, now we're going to put that back in the bag, and you're going to do it on your cake. Like, there was no wasted buttercream.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so we put it back in, and then we used it on, so we were able to practice.
Did you have a lot of buttercream left over? Or could she have saved
zero,
it?
I had zero buttercream left over.
Did you get too heavy-handed?
No, it was almost like she waited exactly for what you needed. So, like, Mom ran out because she did too much, so I had to give her mine. So I will say, if you want to go a little extra.
Corey and I go extra in the icing. Probably too much, if I'm honest. It's eating into our profits a bit, and it takes forever. But the reason is because when we took that class years ago, these two ladies ran out of icing, and they were so upset.
And then we had to share a detail bag. So you're waiting for this other person to finish, hoping they don't take any more icing.
I was hoping my little girl didn't lick the bag.
Right. It's just weird to touch something like...
It was pre-COVID, though, so that's all.
Still weird to touch something.
Yeah, so when we saw those two ladies get exceptionally upset about running out of icing, we were like, let's go more than less.
Yeah. I will say also something in the class, she had tons of sprinkles, and she's like, choose whichever one you want. And class clogged up there.
Analysis paralysis.
People were like, which one do you have? Like, oh, we want to use that one.
I don't think we should have choices.
You almost need to give them a little condiment cup and be like, this is
and that's what we do.
Class.
We do condiment cups. Corey and I, like, now Corey's like the sprinkle soup guy. Like, you got one sprinkle. But what we found is when we include too many sprinkles, people like go crazy.
They're throwing it.
Yeah, and it gets really messy.
Eating it.
So Corey will literally only let me give them 2 eyes. I snuck them all a third eye.
Guess
just
what?
In case.
They're so careful with their 2 eyeballs.
2 eyes. I
said you're gonna have one eye.
If you drop that, you better go find it.
One-eyed Willow there.
So that is the takeaway. I think this is a good podcast topic because it is that auditing your own process of which when you do something so many times, you kind of lose sight of 1, creative, 2, where you're kind of losing it a little bit.
And you can always make yourself a little bit better.
Yeah.
So we took
better.
Some things. Can't wait for butter. So we took some things away that we can implement in our class. So I really appreciate it. I enjoyed the class. Can't wait to make my own little cake.
Make me a cake.
I know. I need someone to give me a recipe. Can I use cake boxes? Please don't crucify me.
Please don't post on the Sugar Cookie Marketing Group. I don't want to delete it. Okay, so that takes us through this. We have no upcoming Facebook Lives. I'm going to teach a couple lives before the Vendy Blendy.
You're saying that.
I'm saying that.
See it. Practice
Let
what you
me
preach.
pull up the Vendy Blendy spreadsheet.
Vendy Blendy is happening on November 24th. It's a 24-hour, 1-day sale. We bring you the Vendies. You bring
the Spendies.
The Spendies.
Right.
And then everyone has to offer at least 20% off or more.
Can I thank everybody for making this Vendy Blendy the biggest yet? Because so many of you guys stocked your favorite vendors. We have right now 52 vendors. The highest we've ever had is 35. We've only ever had, and we've only done this will be our 3rd year, but I think the first year we had just over 20. Then last year we had 35, and this year's 52. And I think you guys are really excited about a lot of these vendors.
Are you cutting off our vendor signups? Are you letting them?
You told me not to. I think so. I have 3 people waiting to sign up. They've said confirmed yes, but I don't want to say them until they sign up. But then we have a bunch. And you know what? I got to tell you, who was it? Last week's podcast with the door prizes. One Smart Cookies and Crafts.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, you guys got me. I'm in for a door prize and I want to increase my percentage discount.
Nice.
So, and I know that today's texting question is, can we get a spreadsheet right now so I can pre-shop those? Yes, I'm going to post that tomorrow.
With links.
With links, but no codes yet because the codes will come. But I'll give you the shop name, the shop website, and the percentage they're offering and the door prize that they're offering.
There you go.
But we have 52 of these. I actually have to post all the Vendy announcements. I'm going to be doing 2-a-days until we get there. I had to do a little catch up because I was photoshopping pumpkin heads.
It was great. If you're just hearing the word Vendy Blendy for the first time, it's a 24-hour sale. It goes down on November 24th. You will pend in the Vendy Blendy 2023 group until midnight on the 23rd, till 12:01 on the 24th. Then we'll all be let in at the same exact time. You'll have 24 hours to take part in the sales. The discount codes will be pinned at the top. So if you do have like where your family's in town, you don't like have no
I would
life like
say
you and
use
Heather.
the Vendy Blendy to avoid the family, personally.
I would. Just saying. But you can just go grab those codes and shop, or you can stay in the group. There'll be door prizes given away all
Well,
day
I'm going to just say,
long.
stay in the group regardless. Even if you're not going to be present in the group, stay until the end of the
Here's the
21st.
thing.
We remove you.
If you're not
Or-
a little active and you win a door prize and you never check back, you will be deleted. Like you won't.
No. They
you
find
won't
them.
find it.
No. They email each other. There's some of these people in there will be like, I made a spreadsheet. Here you go, Heather. I've contacted the corresponding winner. I'm not. After that 24 hours, it is no longer my problem.
Yeah, I'm just saying, be a little active.
Oh, it would be nice to
Yeah.
support your vendies, especially if you win a door prize. Which
If you have things that you like I already have the sweetest tier stencil holder, so I won't buy another one. But I will go and say, this is the thing I swear by. Because I
be
enjoy
nice.
her products.
The more we water our vendors, the more will come back next year.
Yes.
You can water them with engagement or your money, preferably
a little
both.
bit both.
Who are you definitely buying from?
Dare to Bake and the Cookery have these backer topper Delios. I'm really loving them.
Love it.
Got print if you want to get me some new.
Well, they haven't
business
technically
cards.
signed up yet. I gotta harass them, although they gave me a verbal confirmation and said we're definitely
We're
in.
gonna need a little bit more of a verbal. I'm a cookie cutter's gonna go to town on it.
I think I felt that. Oh, I wanted to tell you about a vendor who signed up. She's actually in the Cookie College, Julie Prance Magnum. She's sending you, it's a digital download. And the reason why I'm talking about it today specifically is because it is kind of an ingenious idea. What's the elf we shall not name?
Elf on the Shelf.
Elf on the Shelf. So I don't have kids, and I've never truly understood the shelfie elfie.
It's
But
to keep
what
your
I-
kids in line
Yes.
till Christmas.
So it's a kit. It's a digital download kit that tells you, like, here's how to bake, here's what to do, here's all the ways you need to position the guy.
Yeah, because he has to do something wrong each day.
Mischievous. Why is he so crazy?
Because he's reporting back to Santa.
Oh,
He's keeping you in line. He's being bad.
Why is he being bad? And
Says-
we're not supposed to be bad?
You're supposed to find him, and he's bad, and you don't want to be
Oh.
bad.
So if you want to check that out, it's Julie's Cookies and Treats. I'm only pushing it now because you'd need it before Christmas. So granted, this is all before December, so you could get in there. But it's Elf Kit for Cookiers, a digital download, and it has the Elf rules and regulations, 32 days of Elf activities.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't have Kit at all. Christmas Light Scavenger Hunt. The Daily Elf Poems. Wow, she put a lot of effort into this. But anyways, if you wanted to check that out, again, it's going to be 20% off, but you can snag it. Oh, I'm so sorry. By this time, she's making it 50% off.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So
That's
go over
pretty
the
nice.
new people who have signed up for the Babe.
Okay, we have JoJo's Specialty Shop. This is the most recent Vendy. Let me look this up. I haven't had a chance to go through these. I just got back. Oh, handcrafted magic, Dear Santa pen pal letters. Oh, that's adorable. Like things you can write to Santa. And packaging. Premium vinyl packaging stickers. Oh, that's great. Clicking on this. Just want to see what it is real quick. Oh, look at these giant die cut thank you stickers that you can put on like a box.
Oh, like if you have a window
that's nice.
sticker, it looks
So she
really
has-
cute.
Like of a window box, not your car,
Right.
right? It's a window sticker.
That's why I
Thank
said
you.
on a window box.
You said, do you have a window sticker? Which makes me think on a car.
Oh, I'm thinking like for a
Thank
bakery.
you. She has a back to school vinyl holiday, a happy Thanksgiving, a happy graduation, happy birthday, Father's Day, thank you, Mother's Day, be
Oh,
our
wow,
guest,
got 'em all.
retirement anniversary, tons of those. Oh, I love some packaging things. Periwinkle cutters. Let's see what we got here. 30% off.
I saw her stuff. It was very cute.
It is super cute. So let's say cookie cutters. She has decorating items, cookie cutters sets, a mini funnel, a paint palette, baking hair ties, boo-boo sticks. So a ton of stuff here.
Nice.
And you're looking at that 30% off. Then we have Julie Prance Magnum, and she's doing 50% off of that Elf on a Shelf kits, but she said she'll have more stuff by the vendor blender. Darcy Heater Designs. Did she do this last year? I almost swear she did. I have a terrible memory. New printable packaging tags. I think a lot of people wanted packaging options, and we came in heavy with the Vendies with packaging this year.
Darcy Heater Designs, I will say I spent an ungodly amount of time on her website.
Oh, nice.
She has a ton of cutters that you can get the stencil. So if you want to make it PYOs or if you want to use them to help you decorate.
She
you
has
could use
mesh
those.
stencils, practice cookies, baking tools, gift certificates, special order printables, cookie cutters, and new products. Diamond painting kits. What is this? Felt patterns coming soon. Laser cut files coming soon. So she's working on a lot of stuff. She'll be doing 30% off. I love it when they come in heavier. Amanda Beam Johnson, Sam June's Bake Shop. It's an Etsy shop, and it's got cute tease, cookie season. I bake, you eat, repeat. That's cute. Peace, love, and Christmas cookies. And the Holly Jolly Baker. And that will be an Etsy shop. And she's running 20% off. Then we have everyone begged for this. And Arlene came through. Chew a cookie mats.
Yeah.
What you found out?
You were just on yours. You can't do that.
You told me to go through this list. And I don't know half of what these words mean.
So sorry.
So we have the Chew mats. I think you're getting these.
Yes.
She's doing 20% off. What do they do?
It is like if you have uneven baking with the bottom of your cookies, like maybe the centers are always a little doughy, the sides are a little crispy.
Why would that happen?
Uneven heat distribution.
So it's an oven problem?
It's an oven baking sheet. There's so many things that can go into it. But what this does is almost elevate your cookies and allow the heat to go under them.
This is what I said in the class that we just taught. I think it removes some variables. There's so many variables when it comes to getting solid cookies, and the baking mats remove is it my pan? Is it my oven? Is it my heat distribution?
You get more even bakes.
Can you bake cookies with a convection? I don't know what convection means.
You absolutely can. You'll have to lower the degrees from your normal recipe.
Do you do that? Why not? Too many variables.
I don't know. I just don't think I like when they do a slow bake. A little doughy.
Little slower lacer. We have My Dope, which is a cookie cutter shop. Super cute. Halloween tic-tac-toe. You know what? You had made a Halloween tic-tac-toe years ago, and I was just, I posted it, and then I come downstairs because I scheduled the stuff out months ago. And Ruthanna's like, did you make that post? And I said, probably. What post? The one with the tic-tac-toe. What? But it was this tic-tac-toe Halloween thing, and everyone really liked it. We have STL downloads. Oh, you know those funny ghosts that are trending right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those are super cute.
The bougie ghosts?
Yeah. Then just a ton of cookie cutters, and they're really cute shapes. So this will be her first time in the vendor blender. Miriam, thank you so much. She'll be running 30% off. And then she'll be doing a $100 coupon code towards all the cookie cutters in the shop.
Is she the one that's from out of the country?
Maybe. How would I know that? I don't ask them where they live.
I looked it up. What's her website?
It's a Etsy shop called My Dope. How do I know what the Etsy shop is from?
You. It's called My Dope. That's it. Mm-hmm. Is it Dope Cookie Cutters?
It's MYDOPE, no space. Oh, yeah, it's from Switzerland.
Yeah, she's from Switzerland.
I'm going to try to pronounce this.
Because I was like, I'm jealous.
I'm going to pronounce this. Neuchâtel. Switzerland.
I'm going to say that you probably pronounced that incorrectly.
There is a caret above the A, and I don't know what that changes.
Yeah, so you Swiss people, you got one.
Can we order Americans?
I mean, I have ordered from the Netherlands before from Etsy.
Nice.
It took a month and a half, though.
But you know what you're getting, and you're getting it at a discount. And I don't want to hear any of you Swiss people complain about the vendor blender anymore. Moving on, we have the mixer skirt. I thought this was a really ingenious invention. It is like, you know, when you have a Christmas tree and you put the skirt on the Christmas tree to keep the pine needles off. It's that for your mixer.
But it keeps your pine needles in. And by pine needles, I mean sugar.
Sugar and dough. And so that is all I sell is this mixer skirt. And she will be doing the vendor blender. This will be her first time. How fun. 20% off. And a Cella-Bake box, which includes a mixer skirt in the color vanilla buttercream, 2 sprinkle spatulas. I love it when these door prizes get outrageous.
I do.
It's so fun. So that's, again, what we were saying is definitely come back throughout the day because I am not telling them when they have to post their door prize.
Or when they have to post their
this year I'm going to tell them a specific time I need them to choose because some were waiting until midnight and I was like, I got to delete this whole group.
Oh, yeah, right.
So we're going to have, I think I'm going to have them post around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Post what?
The winner.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whipsy. Now this one, I'm so sorry. I got Carentology. Now I know you and Carentology go way back. She has these crazy cute boxes.
She had the cutest. It was like a Halloween mansion. They were black. They were themed out. Mm-hmm. But she has so many. She has like, she's constantly coming out with new ones. Mm. She has this cutest little house box. Great for like, I would say any real estate agent.
Did you see, this is on pre-order. The Valentine's Day mailbox cookie.
Wait, no what?
It is so cute. It's limited edition. You see, look, this thing. That is so cute. But that's pre-order. I'm assuming everything's in here. I have to audit kind of what you said, but she'll be doing 20% off with the gift with every purchase and no minimum required. Great.
And the stuff is super high quality.
Oh, great.
Like I won't lie to you. They're very, very much like you'd be like, I would love to give this to a client. Oh,
wonderful. I think if you were trying to get into real estate agents, that would be a solid bet. The sugar cookie dealer, she is doing 25% off. This is described.
These are
Corey, I have
hand-done
not,
scribes.
and Corey actually, you bought from her, I don't know, probably last year sometime. And Corey was like, I'm obsessed with this lady's scribe. And I was like, oh, chill, dude.
It was almost like every big cookier was using this certain looking scribe.
But when you posted a reel with it in there, the amount of comments, because I get the comments on the
'cause
reels.
no one was sharing
People were like,
where they got these from. So I finally found it out and I shared it with the world.
Yeah, so Corey reached out to her specifically and was like, can we please get you into the Vendy blending? And she's like, okay, and she's doing 25% off. Whipsy. Quite the conversation starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone just used it the other day in the group and they said it was amazing.
So it's flavored royal icing powder
flavored sugar.
For your royal icing to make it flavored.
Here's the thing. A lot of people said they're using it because it has some color to it. They're using it in like their drop cookies, or if they're making a themed
that's
cookie
a good
dough
idea.
like lemon, then they said it's perfect for that.
Did you say a themed dough?
Like if you're doing
Can you put
a lemon zest or something like that.
That would be a nice little hint of flavor. That's a great one. They are coming in at Insanity. I got to check if that's a typo. 40% off. Love and Flour. Canadians.
What is they doing?
From Canada. The Canadians all say that the vending blending isn't for us. No, we have Canadian chops.
It is for you.
So, she's actually, and this, I talked to her about this. She sells Carantology boxes wholesale. So if you're in Canada, you want Carantology.
No, because
you can get them.
That's nice.
And I was like, hey, I think Carantology is signing up. She's like, that's absolutely fine. I'm in Canada. So they're doing 20% off. Plus, I don't charge any tax right now. She's like, basically, it's kind of more than
Canada.
Canada got it. Yeah. Domestic cookie. T-shirts 25% off. I love it. I love all the vendors, but the vendors who come in and hire. So Holly Jolly Baker Collection Edition 4. I guess she's been doing this 4 years. Oh, cell phone cases. Did you see these?
Do they have it for the 14? iPhone 14?
I have no idea what you guys are on with your numbers of yours.
Pro X, Max,
It has 3 circles. Let me see back of your phone. Yeah, look at this. I'm sorry, I can't turn this guy.
Oh, he's so cute.
And you can match your phone case.
I want to get
super
that
cute.
one.
We have Lizzie Roberan, and she's doing cookier prints on Etsy, 20% off. Okay, this is why I do like this shop. Okay. It's all the cards you need to tell people how to keep their cookies fresh.
Oh, nice.
And they're all really cutely designed.
Care cards.
Cookie care cards. Oh, yeah. Cookie care. And they're themed out for, you've been booth little tags at the time things, Hocus Pocus, and there's a ton of stuff. And now all these vendors are getting new products ready for this event. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Then we have us. We are going to take that Christmas cookie class on Black Friday and do half price.
We are.
Yeah. Then we're going to take the cookie college back to the original grandfather pricing we never said we'd go back to.
Okay.
We're going to do a...
Transfer sheets are half off.
Transfer sheets are $1. Huge savings. 50% off. It's all about the marketing. And then I think our door prize is I'm going to print off all the transfers and get them laminated at FedEx Kinko's and give you guys, whoever wins it, that finished product. Which each, if we do 2 rounds of those, it's $100 each.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Then we have Jennifer Harris. She's coming back from last year's Bees Baked Art Supplies. I think you bought from her last year.
I have bought from her, I think, every year.
And she has all those supplies and stuff, right?
Yes.
Love it. Love it. Tembi Tasty Tin. She is got really, really cute packaging. I got to say, it's kind of the elite type of packaging.
But if you're looking for a gift that just keeps on giving, this is what you want to give. It is like spices and powders. Her garlic powder, so good.
And I know she is... she has holiday gift sets just dropped. So if you don't know who to buy for it, these are kind of really pretty spices. Because I think, honestly, and we have a client that we work with that we've worked with forever that does hot sauces. That's the gift for the ungiftable. Yeah. Everyone eats. Everyone doesn't like bland food.
Absolutely.
Except for Corrie. She loves some bland food.
I do love them.
Then we have More Decor. More Decor came back. I almost think this is their 3rd year. And that is tons of cutter shops, STLs. That stencil stuff you all love.
Love stencils.
How do stencils work?
Well, it depends. There's different kinds. You can use stencils to make a background on a cookie.
This looks like a background stencil.
PYOs. Paint your own. Or you can do the scraping method, especially it saves you on lettering. If you
what does Sweetest Tears work with? Any
all
stencil? Oh, so what is it? Just kind of hold the cookies stable?
It holds a stencil in place, but it's unmovable. The thing is so heavy that you won't get any of that shifting that you would if you just had a regular stencil holder.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Moving on, we have Rose Fink Thomas. I don't know how human a human can be that nice.
It's impossible.
It almost needs to be studied. She's doing 20% off, and her website is cookiesfromyourkitchen.com.
I will be featuring.
Oh, really?
What she sent in soon.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So Corrie is, these vendors can decide if they want Corrie to create a review of their products just as to get some buzz or whatever. Turns out a lot of them are watching each other's and then saying, wait, I want to change my mind.
I'm timing them because I don't want everyone to be like, well, you sold 5 things before you did mine. So it's like a tutorial of Vendy.
You're knocking it out of the park.
Thank you.
Very good content. If you want to see what Corey's talking about, it's sugarcookiemarketing _ on Instagram.
And TikTok is just Sugar Cookie Marketing or the page.
Then we have Sweetest Tears, and that'll be 20% off. That one, Corrie did beg.
I did beg her.
And she was like, yeah, okay, I'm in. And that is Canada, right?
Yes, she's in Canada, but I think she actually does ship to the United States. Let me just tell you how many people save that Sweetest Tear.
It's ridiculous how viral those videos on that Sweetest Tear.
246 people have saved
ridiculous. That. And you know why they do it? Because it looks like you're screen printing.
It's exactly what it is, technically.
We have Whisk Confections, just a whisk away. Now, I think I liked this one a lot because it was recipe. It has just everything. I love it when these shops are like, hey, we're just giving you everything. Like STLs. Okay, people who don't live in America, you still can do just a cleanup job on the STLs.
Yeah. And if you're like, oh no, I have STL, I don't have a printer, you can send it to your favorite cutter shop and they can print it. Once you buy it, that STL file can be printed.
We have My Two Cookies, which is these classes, and you can purchase the STL to match the class, and then you'll learn how to decorate it. So if you were thinking, hey, I would like to learn new skills, this would be that, and it would be 20% off. Right.
Listen,
why pay full price when you can Vendy Blendy?
It's good to become the student after being the teacher.
I'm going to run through these because this eats up so much time.
Okay.
And then next time we'll start from the bottom up.
All right.
Cookie Cutters by Nori, Boutique Stamps and Gifts, Cute Cookie Kits, the Sweet Bite app, the Pink Piggy, Marley's Monsters, Beads by Belly.
Belly?
I'm hungry. Beads by Bella, not Belly. Beads in my belly if they're candy. Equinox Pastry Supply, Homemade Heartfelt, Lolly Bees Custom Cutters, Miss Cookie Packaging, Kitchen Creations, The Baker Tree, Mulberry Treats, Sugar Dot Cookies, Cookie Art Market, Busy Bakers, Sugar Dash Co., Bobby's Cutters, Dare to Bake, Blue Honey Cutter Co., Sweet Cutter Co., One Smart Cookies and Crafts. I gotta change this to 25%. Boop, boop. Sweet Pink Olive, Wonderland Cutters, Brighton Cutters, The Cookery, Ayorcore, Backers, and Bakery Tea Co.
Woo!
Verbal confirmation from Got Print, Bakety Bake, and Boxed. You gotta follow up with them. Goodness.
My goodness.
It is November 1st tomorrow.
That's insanity. I needed to slow down.
It's not, man. We just have to start over in 2024 and hope that goes slower.
I know.
This year was slow until it wasn't.
It was fast the whole year. I
was holding on for dear life.
I know, but I really want to, if you go outside, it smells like fall.
We're getting a freeze warning. I don't know why it was 85 degrees this week. Ridiculous. Sweating, walking to the pumpkin patch. I went to, when I was driving back for a billion hours, I passed a pumpkin patch that supplies pumpkin places with pumpkins. There were so many pumpkins. It looked like a sugar cookie marketing collab. But yeah, the Vendy Blendy, I'm going to double down on these announcements of these vendors, kind of what their top sellers are, because I asked them their top 3. But by the time you get to the Vendy event, you'll know where they ship, their door prizes and everything to really maximize saving some money and treating yourself.
Treat yourself.
We're going to the mall today. We're in the mall. Have a day.
Do we have a lot of work to do?
Always. Mm-hmm. But are we going to the mall? I'm doing it there. Complaining about it at the mall.
There is no parking at the mall.
You got to be strategic. Listen, you take the toll road.
Yes.
You take it to that one parking garage. Don't go in the bottom level. Go in the top level. Circle up to 7th floor and then go enjoy it. Season 52.
I got some people best place last year, remember? And then when I walked out, I felt like the king of the jungle because I pointed to one guy.
Oh, you allowed him?
Follow me.
I could see you turning into a dude.
And then he was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much.
Yeah, here's my theory of parking on Black Friday is don't fall for the hype that the parking garage is already full. No, do not park on the lower levels. Go up, go up, go up. You're going to realize that there was like a FOMO on the bottom level and there was a ton of parking on the
now
others.
They have directors.
I know. If you get there a little earlier. You can
Before
find
the
a dull time. You don't want to get there at midnight. We don't do that anymore. Too old. But you don't want to get there at 12 afternoon either. So you need to kind of almost get there at 10, settle into a spot for the people watching, get your Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. So one text, but that is about the
Monday.
Vendy Blendy. It says, hi, twins. My favorite twin is, oh, wait, I have a question, actually. Is there a downloadable spreadsheet with all the Vendys so we can spendy and keep track of who we purchased from? Last year, I really wasn't organized enough to keep track of who I purchased from, and I lost some purchases. Totally my own fault. So help a neurodivergent baker out. And I will. I'm going to post that. Let me ask you if I should post this as a link to an active spreadsheet, like a Google Drive link, or just a downloadable?
How about this?
Okay. PDF?
A PDF, yes.
Okay.
But also post it just as it posts itself without a PDF, because almost like when you make anything a PDF, no one sees it.
I'm so sorry. How do you want me to link it?
First, just a copy and paste in the group.
Okay.
So we can shop now.
Okay.
And then want a PDF so they can download it and be reminded.
So twice the amount of work. Roger that. Thank you.
One is this Control-C, Control-V.
But no, if I want to make it so that they know that 20% off in the website, I got to do a little formatting. I'll do it. Okay. Corey, can you bring me some cookie cutters? Then I said, can I get some sizing? Now I'm not even asking. What size you want. I'm just saying, give me a size. And she's like, 3.
I said 3.
So she gets a
Usually
giant
you
cookie
come in
cutter.
a little bit bigger.
No, man.
It was too big.
It is. Corey and I are having a little come to Jesus moment on the sizes.
Just saying standard.
Because I think they took the measurement out for you guys, and they're saying, even though you're saying 3, you don't need 3. You don't know what 3 is. I'm going to decide what 3 is too.
I want you to do that.
No, I don't want you to do it. I want you to know what 3 is.
I want you to decide what 3 means to me.
Yeah, because then you're like, it's too low. Can you make it bigger? Too big? Can you make it little?
I got an elephant cutter. It's really big.
Turns out elephants have long, white ears. We're learning. We grow as people.
We are growing. Let's jump to the sponsors.
Okay. Get it. Take it.
AECore backers, they are actually running a sale today.
Really?
Yeah, it is a Halloween sale. Buy one, get one 50% off.
A BOGO.
A BOGO.
Should be a boo-goo.
We should have a ghost in there. Get your boo-goo today. Buy one, get one. I don't know when it ends, so you have to go to her website. Check it out. She has so many. I will say the dark red is great for Christmas.
Have you taken a picture with dark red?
Yeah, actually use it for Valentine's Day, 4th of July, and Christmas. That's how you can use that one in 3 different ways.
That's nice.
White matte finish, one I love.
Solid
it's
bet.
always upstairs next to my bright white light, which I call the sun. But she will be part of the Vendy Blendy. If you want to rush it for the biscuit, she will be running 30% off. If you want to score them today and add your favorites to the next list, you can do that.
Are you the type of person who says, I want 30% off? Are you like, I want to guarantee I get what I want and I'll do 20% off? Like, who are you as an individual? I know who I am as a person. So you would wait for the 30% off? I'm a 20% offer. Give me that instant gratification. I want it now.
You're the buy one, get one?
I'm a BOGO, yeah. I'm a booger.
You're a booger.
Yeah. Next up is Eddie, the edible printer. It is a direct-to-food printer. If you've been extremely nice and you have made it on Santa's multiple nice list and you have kept the elf on the shelf in place and he hasn't tattled upon you, I would plant the seed now to ask for an Eddie for Christmas. $3,000. Ridiculous. But if you go back to our Corporate Girly Era podcast, Corrie has launched her Corporate Girly Era on the shoulder of Edward himself.
Listen, my corporate orders have
those 3 orders added together.
almost $2,000.
And Eddie's $3,000. So you tell me, and we've obviously used Eddie for more than just that, but just in the 3 months,
Yeah.
Neiman Marcus has almost foot the bill for Eddie.
I know. My final order with them is on Friday. I'm hoping that she doesn't cut me loose.
Yeah, it's been just.
I know.
Every time you ask me to build a quote for them, it's higher priced. Your passport doesn't.
So I was like, where's the line?
Where you're going to tell me now. So Eddie is a direct-to-food printer. Look them up on Facebook. It's Eddie Printer Users Group, TM. But look them up and get inspired. And then start dropping them hits.
Absolutely.
Because now, if you're smart, we work harder, not smarter. We work ahead, not behind. Now would be the time to introduce the shopping list. If you need me to make a post that you can tag your husband in, and I'll direct them to Eddie, I can do that for you guys.
Hey, we'll do what we got to do. Last but not least, Fingers crossed she fills out the form, but she did verbally say she is in the Vendy Blendy. It is Bakedy Bake who makes Royal Batch. It's a meringue powder. It's the one I use. I love it. I use her recipe minus 1 tablespoon of meringue powder, which means it goes extra long anyways.
But why do you do that?
It allows it to crust not so fast. So you have more times to fix the issues if you have any. You can get it right now for 10% off using the code TWINS at checkout. It already has 3 amazing ingredients in it, which is white food coloring, so you don't have to add any of that. Vanilla flavoring, you don't have to add any of that. And corn syrup, you don't have to add any of that.
I have no idea what corn syrup is. Not a clue.
Corn syrup? It is sticky. It looks like clear molasses.
Does it taste good?
Not really like
taste
anything.
Sweet?
No. It makes it so it has a soft bite, crusts less fast because it's more water.
For some reason, when I think of corn syrup, I think of cereal. I'm not sure why my brain associates the two.
Flakes.
Maybe frosted flakes.
I will say that I've never used corn syrup before this time, but I also am not a treat maker.
Oh, maybe it's because you did it in the cake class, no? Is that what you do for the fondant?
No.
Okay.
That was cornstarch.
Excuse me. The corns are getting confused.
Different type of corn.
And Corey's cake was a candy corn. So I am confused.
There's a lot of corn going on.
Okay, is that do you have any twins? Anything is interesting? I got that laminator. We haven't gotten it yet. I'm really excited. I love laminating. For my birthday.
What are you laminating?
I don't know. The world is at my fingertips.
What would you want to laminate?
Everything. I just like the thought of organization.
Lamination?
Yeah.
But what would need to be laminated?
I will. The things that need to be laminated will find me.
Your COVID card that doesn't.
I laminated that already. That is laminated. I laminated it, and they were like, "You're not supposed to laminate these." I'm so sorry. The laminator decided it was laminated.
Now you don't even need a card anymore.
I have not. I know where the card is only for the sheer organization thought of it, but I have never shown it to someone.
I accidentally found mine. You
lost your mailbox keys.
Yeah,
you need to accidentally find those.
Went through a purge in my house. Thank you, hoarder. But I've like purged my mailbox game.
Corrie has watched Hoarders. We're live binged it.
I'm almost done. I'm on the last season.
Oh no!
Yeah,
there goes that initiative.
It will be.
So she's been trying to donate things. I think you're doing good.
I have done great. Now I need to go through.
I have done, in fact,
jeans.
Oh, you bring me those.
Will be sobering.
Bring me some. Let me go through it, and then I'll handle the donation run.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, somebody else can enjoy it. So you gotta give them mine.
And most of them don't fit me anymore.
Corrie, one time, I don't know if you were extremely skinnier than me.
Don't know.
But she brings these jeans over, and I'm excited because jeans. I know Corrie buys nice jeans, and I don't not like buying jeans. So I'm like, I go upstairs, thinking I'm on top of the world, and I try this one jean leg. Did not go over my ankles. I'm not even being sarcastic. My calf, I'm not a muscular person by any means. But it would not. I was like, what did you look like? It was offensively.
Not what I look like now.
I look like I love the algorithm. I like jeans with a little bit of stretch. Like, I don't care if it makes them not last long. Give me some stretch. Some stretchy jeans, right? Yeah. Those things had no give. So you were getting them over a leg. And back. It was.
Dude, I don't know.
You know when you try on something and it doesn't fit and you get sweaty?
Yes.
Sweat everywhere trying to get that over my ankle.
I can't.
I never got them.
There was because I know most of my jeans don't fit anymore.
Bring them to me. Not those ones, please. I would like to not sweat through everything.
Listen, I'm going to try to put them on if they don't go up.
Oh, you're trying them on first?
I gotta see what I gotta keep and what I gotta get rid of. They'll have been worn once. You'll be fine. You can watch them.
You got into like an obsessive state of jean purchasing at one point.
I did.
She was shopping express sales, so.
Express sales, like fast sales.
It was to you. It was fast.
I felt like jeans last a lifetime, but then you can get too many jeans. But then my weight fluctuated so much. Like some jeans fit, some jeans don't. But I just have to be like, I will never be that size again.
Not the ankle size, man. I don't know what you was on. Your bones had to have some girth to them. It was ridiculous. Is your bone smaller than mine? I don't have twinges that didn't do much.
You just said your laminator.
Oh, yeah, but I haven't got it. Actually, I haven't ordered it yet. It was a laminator I saw on Amazon. You know what I got for my birthday?
I want you to rethink the laminator purchase. I want you to write down 10 things you can laminate.
And if you can come up with 10 things. I'm so sorry. It's literally for our cookie class. for this thing we just talked about where we're laminating and putting it in the thing.
Get FedEx to do it. So you do not
You
have
want
to
go to
have
FedEx? You want to fight Springfield traffic to go to FedEx?
for one swell swoop of
It's like $50 for them to look at your print.
And how much is a laminator?
20.
It's $20.
$20. They were oddly competitive.
$19.99.
No, 20.
And how much is a sheet of lamb?
It came with 10. But it had a cutter on the top, like a paper cutter. So you could lamb and cut.
I don't know, man.
Listen,
you love to buy something and then not use it.
What have I not used?
Shall we go?
Yeah, let's walk through my closet there, Chael. I've done plenty of
There was a
mistakes.
light box that was here for a long time and then it has disappeared.
It's in the closet. I used it when I taught the class.
When?
When I
Which
taught
class?
everything you need to know to teach a Christmas cookie class.
A Cricut machine. You literally didn't even open it. You just
Yeah,
gave
Jen
it away.
had that one, and she has no. You know, like when you say borrow this, but not forever. She's
Yeah.
like borrowing it forever.
Yeah, and she's not even using it. It's crossed over to someone else who's not using it.
That one was a bad one. That was on me.
I got you a sleep machine to make you less stressed, but you said you don't use it.
I literally gave you something. You gave it back to me the other day.
You're welcome.
Are we doing Christmas gifts? Twin Christmas gifts? This
We
year?
don't do that.
We didn't do it last year. Did you
Yeah,
want
we
it or
did
no?
the year before. I want you to re-gift the gift I gave you back to me. The one that I
The
gave
guitar lessons?
you. Yeah, no, you had 2 gifts now for my 0.
I can't help it that you don't like that I get you. The gift. My mom has this policy. It's called the gift has been given. Meaning, once the gift has been given, you can never ask its status. You cannot ask if they wore it. You cannot ask if they returned it or donated it. It is the joy of the gift
your
is
joy
giving it.
has already been
Yeah,
used on
and
it.
if you're gonna police your gifts, then you can't
Then
give
you
them.
shouldn't be giving
Yeah,
them.
so the gift has been given. Thank you.
Yeah, but I physically gave it back to you.
I think you like crap you don't use.
Do you want me to continue my list of things you don't use?
No, but I'm trying to say, do we want to do twin gifts? I can get you crap you don't use.
I feel like I am down one gift, so you owe
Corey,
me.
it's not my fault you gave my gift back to me. Do you want guitar lessons?
I don't want guitar lessons.
Okay, then.
I just gave my violin away.
You must have the clarinet.
Yeah, no, I can't take anything.
Hey, Gans asked me if you're playing the piano.
I played it for an hour the other night.
Get you in the bleak.
My husband's like, "Are you just playing it when customers come to the door so they think you're talented?"
yeah, boy.
Absolutely.
Do they say anything?
Huh?
Do they say
I
anything?
was like, I don't want to interrupt you. I said, that's okay. I was playing a piano song and we ended and I was like, what's the next song in the book? No, it was the second half of the song. I just thought it ended. I was like, oh, I get a good time always.
Okay, well, that's a trash man.
All right, guys.
So, happy Halloween.
Hey!